clear, but still good.
Nope.
You will
Check 1, 2.
He'll be all right.
Hello.
All right. I almost said we're broadcasting from Medford. We're not. We can pretend.
Wakefield, parts unknown.
Wait, I know.
Just-
the country.
So you see that thing there? That big old stereo? That was my 50th
Oh
birthday
my-
present to myself.
I love it.
Refurbished. And I'm able to stream through that because I put AirPlay into the auxiliary port. So I can play records.
Who does? Oh my God.
And then I can just stream digital media.
That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna have a lot of fun today because we have fun.
Oh yeah.
So we can lower that a little bit while we're waiting. So okay, I had an amazing evening last night. I'm so excited to have we're 1 minute. We're 1 minute. We're going live. We're live in 1 minute. My gosh, broadcasting remotely from
Parts unknown.
From Wakefield, Massachusetts, right outside of Boston. We're just north of Boston for all you Atlanta peeps. So we got 1 minute. We're going live, and then when that music comes on, we can. I'm a little, it gets me a little mixed up when I'm not in my studio and I don't have my producer there.
Yeah, I can see that.
So,
I can see how that happens. Yeah.
But anyway, it's all good. All right, people. Oh, who's that? Well, come say hi in a minute. We're getting ready. So we're going to talk about a lot of. Okay, get ready. He's just said get ready. There we go. We're getting ready. We're getting ready to be ready to be ready.
We're as ready as ready can be.
I know. 30 seconds, kids.
I'm
We're
18
going live.
espressos in. We're good.
Hi, Vinny Costa. He lives in Atlanta, but he sounds like he has the name from Boston, though.
Oh, yeah.
Disco Vinny Baruzzi. No, but there's Vinny Costa, too, here, right?
No, Bill
Costa.
He's from Linfield. Costa, yeah.
I was mixing up.
Yeah, same radio station.
How's this?
So.
There you go. How come it's a little weird?
Honestly, it's good. It's really fun.
Right here on the Real 1100 AM.
That's weird, huh?
Yeah, because it comes out crystal clear.
What if we do
It's
speaker here?
So where to be this weekend? That's right. Get in there at 1100
it's on that end, not on this end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. My goodness. This is the Just Steph Show. This is Steph Palermo. And everybody has two lives. The second one begins when you realize you only have one. We are second lifers. We're empty nesters, newly single, and those starting over. Age 3, your healthy, happy, hip years are just beginning. I'm so excited to be here in Boston with Chris Ridgway, my friend from like kindergarten. Yay.
Yes, back in, 1986 that was?
Yeah, right. Okay, sure. So, yeah. Well, the backbone's connected to get, so give me a buzz to chat today, 404-603-8770. Tell me what's going on in your life. I want to hear from you. We're a little, we're remote, so it's a little bit crazy, but we'll give them a good show anyway.
We got a Wayne's World thing going on. We're down here in the basement.
I know, I love it. Oh my gosh. I love it. I was just telling my son about, what was the other? Oh, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yep.
Hey, Mom, this is my friend Socrates.
Socrates, yes. Yeah, I sure do remember that.
That was hilarious. What'd you do this weekend?
What did I do? I don't recall.
Well, you did go to Gaslight on Sunday.
I did. Gaslight on Sunday. Teresa's Prime, I think, on Saturday night.
Is that North Reading?
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
nice.
good.
I've been there.
Steakhouse.
I've been there.
It's great. You don't have to go too far to get a Boston quality steak.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lovely ambiance, too.
Yes.
So, yeah, it is nice.
And the owner's always there, too, walking around, making sure everything's good.
That's
huge.
That's big. Mm-hmm. That's big. So, yeah, you know what? Friday night, I flew in on Friday, and I had a wedding to go to in Revere, but that we left that early, and we ended up at disco night at Oy's.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it
was fun. And, of course, Eddie knows everybody, so everybody was there, I guess, that knows him. But I know the DJ. So that was a lot of fun. I love that disco. You know me. I'm, like, always wanting to go to the disco stuff, like Virgil and all that, I'm just a disco girl. And then Saturday night, I went to Benedetto's on Salem Street
Street in...
the North End.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Joe Bono's place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was, the food was
excellent.
so good. I went with my friend from high school, Jeff. We had a great time. And then Sunday I went to my girlfriend Dana's house. And then last night I was so excited because I hosted my Ruby Slipper workshop here. Right here in Wakefield, yeah.
Very good.
And I got an amazing turn. We had a blizzard here 2 days ago, which I know everybody here was sick of it.
Yeah.
But I was so excited. I'm like, snow day! And I literally.
We have one coming Tuesday into Wednesday.
Well, I'm gone. I'm going back home.
Sure,
I've had enough.
Wishes for Blizzard to get the heck out of here. Go back.
Well, you know what? I was so excited because, I was working and stuff, and then we watched the Justice League,
Mm-hmm.
and we just ate all day. You just had snacks and whatever, all of that stuff. So, and it was great. And the more I sort of do that kind of stuff, and relax, the more inspiration comes to me. And I actually when I was watching the Justice League, I actually brought this into my workshop last night, when Wonder Woman lassos Superman because he's having a pet cemetery,
Mm-hmm.
situation, and she says, Kal-El, first son of Krypton, remember who you are.
She Kal-El'd him?
Yeah.
Oh. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet.
So, oh my God. But the thing is the whole part of the biggest part of my workshop is you have to know who you are.
Yeah.
As
exactly.
you're in your amazingness. So that's my whole thing was when you know who you are, when you know your greatness, and when you know and understand your gifts and talents, everything else just flows.
That is so true. That is so true.
And it only took me 50 years and lots of money in therapy and reading and Al-Anon and whatever else. But I finally got here, and there's still more to come. But it's enjoyment.
Yeah.
Instead of the perilous rocky road, it's everything is fun.
Yeah.
Because I you know what, I told everybody this last night, and I think I said this on the show before. I totally my cholesterol. I'm not on any cholesterol medication or any medications, but my family, both sides, has really high cholesterol and blood pressure issues. My cholesterol went down 29 points this year.
Oh, wonderful.
And I'm up on this. I'm actually way more. But I really believe it's my body is aligning with my spirit. Mm-hmm. My body is adhering to the countenance of my spirit. And my spirit and my heart and my brain are in a great place, and I think my body's just following suit. And I really believe that.
Oh, that is
the stress
great.
level and all that.
Yeah. Stress is a killer on the body.
Yeah. So
I tell you that. I just had my everything done, physical, whatever. Yeah. And so the good news and bad news is the good news is I'm healthy, and the bad news is I'm healthy. It depends on what you think of me.
Well, we're gonna live forever. So that's what I listened to Louise Hay and all these meditation stuff, and and she says that as a woman, if you reach 50 years old without heart disease or cancer, you can expect to live to your 92nd birthday.
Wow, that's great.
So I'm going to be around forever, kids, and I'm never stopping.
And the other thing, too, is you brought up meditation. Meditation, I think, is one of the most important things you can do for yourself. So I usually take 5, 10, hopefully try to get 20 minutes out of my day, and it resets your brain.
Right.
And it really does. If I ever feel scattered, I haven't felt scattered in years. Since I discovered meditation, I'm very focused. And when you start hearing, well, maybe it's this, then they want to push meds on kids.
Right.
No, push meditation, not meds. Do something a little bit more natural. If that doesn't work, go to the next step. But you can really reset your brain, retrain yourself. The other thing, too, being a musician, it wires your brain differently.
Right.
So, you see things in a different way or figure them out. But definitely meditation is one of the best things you can do for yourself.
I know. I had a hard time with the meditation because my brain is always, I'm like the type A. Mm-hmm. And I'm always thinking about how I'm thinking about the airplane ticket I need to buy in the fall to come back here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and because I'm already so that's me. And I've just always been like that. And I sort of think it has to do with the chaos that I grew up in and trying to make everything smooth sailing. Mm-hmm. And it really, and you can't really work. You can't do it anyway. You can't.
Right.
It's like a lot of energy for nothing. It doesn't work.
I agree. I so agree with that.
So, but I like even today I got up and I bounced around and did a few things and I sat down and spent 15 minutes breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Breathing and then affirming, positive affirmations, moving forward, and all of that. And so I am loving it.
That's excellent. I'm happy to hear that.
I'm loving it. I think, and I'd like to hear that as a man you're doing this because, you know, you hear you hear a lot of women talk about it.
Yeah, I would, if you ever, next show we do together, I can do a whole thing about, you know, how I'm all mind body, you know.
Right.
First thing I do when I get up in the morning is, water, best thing you can do,
Right.
water, lemon, hit the gym, take care of the body, and also take care of the mind.
Right.
Because I believe if you don't have a mind and body connection, you're a little lost. I remember I was at a conference, and there's this guy doing this every 2 seconds. He's up, he's down, he's this, and the dude was huge.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, he's gonna fall on me and kill me. This
Right.
is how I die.
Right.
And I said to my boss, I go, that guy really needs to meditate and get his mind and body in sync.
Right.
And my boss starts laughing, thinking it was like a joke. I go, no, seriously, you really need to be in sync with yourself, starting
Right.
with the mind and taking care of your body as well.
Right. I love that because I talked about this last night, being aligned with your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You're aligned with yourself. And
Exactly.
your purpose is that inside stuff that's going on. Your purpose today, your purpose over your time, space, reality, whatever it is, and aligned with who you are.
Right.
You line up, but you align it, both spirit and body.
Whoever you are, at whatever age, and you really need to find your sense of purpose. I totally believe that, or else you're rudderless, and then you're just a giant pain in the arse to society.
Well, yeah, you're behind, you're cuffed, or something. You're in jail. Or whatever, yeah.
Or you're bothering people who
Right.
aren't. That's the other thing too.
Well, yeah, well, there's people that really do, if they don't align with their true purpose, and really your true purpose is when you understand yourself and you love yourself, you could never inflict pain on anybody else.
Right, that's true too.
And so people who are negative and toxic and either, God forbid, try to inflict pain, whether it's emotional or physical, or they just do anyway, they don't love themselves.
Yep.
They don't know who they are.
Yeah, and it's so true. And toxicity and people and one of the things that's probably my biggest pet peeve is gossip.
Oh,
I do not like
I talked about
gossip.
this
If
last night.
somebody is gossiping to you about someone else, they're gossiping to you. They're going to gossip about you as
Right.
well.
Oh, absolutely.
And that and when you see those people, you really need to close yourself off from them. You can't give them too much. They haven't earned that right.
Right.
You know what I mean? They haven't earned it. And and the last thing you want is, oh, did you hear?
Oh,
I don't
God.
care. I really don't care.
I know. And it's still going on at this age, at our ages. Yeah, we hear it.
Well, the older people I think people get bored. They
Right.
need hobbies.
Get a life.
Take up golf.
I know. Do something. Do Scrabble.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
What
do
is
a
it?
crossword.
Sudoku.
Get
Do
a
something.
goldfish.
Yeah, I know. Whatever.
Start a goldfish farm.
I know. There you go. Do something, right? I mean, it's crazy.
Yep.
So anyway, I wanted to talk to you about, because we're sort of actually segueing right into this, is traits of happy people and the happiest places to live. We can learn from the world's most, the happiest, people, and happiness is made, not born. I sort of disagree with that one. This is from, I think we are born happy. We're born aligned.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody and everything else that screws us up along the way.
Yes, I like that. I like that. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Life is a Massachusetts road.
Yeah.
You gotta avoid the potholes.
Yeah, there you go.
And stay away from tire damage. I think that's a great way to look at
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
But it's true. There's always people want to be, very negative and knock you off your perch. Like, I think of my wife, who's probably the most positive person. And the reason we're married is because we're both very aligned in a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And, we keep a drama-free life and whatnot. And one of the things that I remember her mother telling me was that, my daughter is one of the nicest people in the world. And I when she was a kid, I was just afraid she was too nice.
That's funny.
And one of the things that I think my job is in this marriage is to make sure that she stays nice and she stays happy.
I love that.
That's it. That's the one job I have.
I love it. That's a great, and you know what? That's not a lot of energy because it's positive. Like if you had to do some negative stuff, like that's a lot of work. That's really nice. That springs forth from love and your heart, and I love that. That's awesome. You know, I think men, there you go. Keep your girls happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Just make sure that, you know, that they are who they were when they came into the relationship.
And they're true to themselves.
Make sure it's the same person. You know, you don't want anyone to change you, don't change anybody else.
Right.
And if they're not right for you, then you should have moved on.
Right, right. Don Miguel Ruiz in the It's the Mastery of Love, he says, if you have a dog but you like cats, your dog is never going to meow.
Yep, so true.
So don't, you know, so let the dog go to somebody who loves dogs and get a cat. You know, I mean, that's basically his,
so true.
You know, his analogy with love. You know, set them free to be loved truly.
I think people like yourself and hopefully myself and the folks who listen, you know, they understand these concepts, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people, you know, misery loves company, that they're afraid to be alone. They'll put on any sort of mask to get into that relationship,
Right.
and then drag them into the abyss that's their life.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
People,
So you really got to make sure you align yourself with the right person.
But here's the thing too: if in your journey of life you start to get healthy, and you start to practice what we're talking about, what happens with the people around you, is you've attracted all this negativity, and they don't like you being healthy. They won't say it out loud, and it will just be subtle, but they're trying, you know, like in The Godfather 3, where he says, just when I get out, they pull me back in. They pull you back in. They want to pull you down because they don't feel comfortable with themselves, and they don't feel comfortable where you are being healthy.
Right.
So you have to, sometimes you have to move on.
You do. You really do. And it's not just, you know, a mate or whatever. It's unfortunately sometimes in friendships. Family members.
Right.
Unfortunately, like, you know, not to get too much down this road, but I never, you know, with the immediate family is one thing, but with cousins, aunts, uncles, I always felt I was a little different.
Right.
And, you know, thought a little differently and whatever. And, you know, there's a lot of negativity, and I wanted to live a different life.
Right.
And so, unfortunately, I had to move away. And then, you know, when my mother passed, I really had little to any contact with, you know, with the rest of them. And I've been happier that way. I just couldn't get brought into the negativity, the gossip, and the boredom.
It is boring.
It's
Oh my gosh, it's so boring. That's what I said. It's so boring. I can't stand it.
It's mind-numbing.
It's so boring. What they talk about is so boring.
Commercials was the best. You would sit there, and my aunts would get into knockdown, drag them out, heavyweight championship belt style fights over commercials. Yeah, exactly. That is the reaction. Yeah, that was like Happy Easter.
Oh my gosh.
Fighting over. I remember what they got into over a commercial for Dole Pineapple because Kenny Rogers sang the jingle.
Right.
And one thought the jingle was this set of lyrics, one thought the other, and they're screaming at each other over. And then it's getting to insult that. Then my one aunt would call my other aunt senile. Yes,
that's what
the Sicilians.
The Sicilians
would call my other aunt senile, and on and on. Oh my God, it was. And then no one would talk. And the other thing too is everyone would stay too long. No one knew when to leave.
Oh my God,
that's the other thing too. Because you're bored. So what do? You bring your boredom, and you get a board of boredom.
Yeah.
Board members of the board.
Jeez. Why don't you play Trivial Pursuit or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Do something. That's what we did in holidays. My grandmother was, I'm not playing, and then she's yelling out the answers from behind. You know, it's like nuts.
So what we usually do here, and you know, I'd love to have Eddie come over here as well too, is we have this game called Cards Against Humanity. Have you played it?
No.
It's sick.
Oh, I want to do that. I love it.
You would love it. It's so you get a question, and then you have X amount of cards, and then you put down an answer to it, with your cards, and it's really, really.
So you try to guess the question?
No.
I
Everyone
thought there was
votes.
Jeopardy.
Everyone votes
Oh,
to see who gave the best answer. So it's like really, really. It can be a little dirty. It
right.
can be a little profane. It's obviously funny, and after a couple of cocktails in you, the game's out of control.
Oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
We totally do it. I'll
Yeah.
be here all summer.
Perfect.
I'll be here all
Wonderful.
summer.
And then of course, my yard is really nice. I put the movie screen up out there and I put the ball games on.
I love it.
Yeah, it's not
That's fun. That's fun. I'll bring all my nieces and nephews over. They'll love it.
Big fire table.
Oh my gosh, I love
Everything.
it. That's hilarious. You know, my sister lives here in Wakefield.
Yeah,
too.
right, correct, yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Her bank has my mortgage.
oh, there you go.
Hey, can I get a discount? No,
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
God, that's funny. She, you know what? She actually left the bank, and
Oh, really?
she's working for the Wakefield Public Schools now.
Oh, wonderful.
It works better for her with the school, with the kids in
Yeah.
school. So yeah, it works better. But you know, some of the things it says here about happy people, and I think you know, happiness is one of those words like you want to just. It's. I think what you're trying to get at is not just happy because you could be happy and sad. Like I'm happy I'm here, but I'm sad that I had to walk it through the water in the boots with my boots. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
being like whatever. Okay. You want to get to contentment, where you're level, you're content, and every day is enjoyable. You know, it's just a great day. So you want to get there, but it's experiential. It's changing your mindset, changing the way you think, and because a lot of these things, like it says here, happy people have gratitude.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to get to happy first.
I totally agree with that. You really need. I'm very grateful, like in my career,
Right.
that I've been very lucky to work with some outstanding professionals. You know, present company included, with folks I work with today, and
Right.
and folks that in the past. I've been very fortunate. I'm very grateful for that.
Right.
So without that, if you don't have that right team, you don't have your success.
Absolutely. And that's appreciating the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whether it's friends or coworkers, when you appreciate yourself, you can appreciate the people around you. So, and it says here, having a present mind focus,
Mm-hmm.
so being, not thinking about the past
Yes.
and, wallowing in the past, which is, it's depression, or worrying about the future, which is anxiety.
Right. Oh, that's a very good point. I never
Yeah.
thought. I could see the future anxiety, but I never thought about always being about the past was depression. That's an excellent point.
Right, if you're held down by it,
Yeah.
and for the most part, why else would you hang there?
Yeah, and the funny part too is that when you start hearing people going, "Oh, I was so happier back in the '80s when I was that," I'm like, "I knew you back then. You were a miserable SOB in 1986. In 2018, you still suck."
I know, there you go. That's hilarious. But it's funny, and I think there's a lot of this going on too with, the millennials of this and that. But they did that to us when
I know.
whatever. And I'm like, just love everybody where they're at. There's certain things we can learn from each other.
Those kids with the Charleston and their hula hoops.
I know,
I mean, come on, it's
rock and
everyone.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at them, they're drinking Pepsi Colas and listening to that Chuck Berry.
Yeah, and they're gyrating like Elvis.
They're no good hooligans, I tell ya.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. And one thing they say here is sense of humor. You got to have a
So
sense of humor.
key.
You have to. I mean, we'd be in wakes and funerals with my family. We'd be laughing. I mean, like not when it wasn't
Yeah,
wasn't
right.
appropriate, but we would be in the funeral car, laughing our heads off. Because we just enjoyed each other, and we were sort of. I guess that's a way to celebrate life, right?
I always think that, a good sense of humor is also tied to intelligence, too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Stupid people aren't funny.
No, and they don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's the difference. People think, especially if you're not from Boston, they think because of our accent, it sounds sort of unintelligent.
Mm-hmm.
But Boston people are so quick and quick-witted, you can't be stupid.
Right.
They're just Johnny on the spot. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I say one thing to Eddie, and it's like, oh my God. I'm like, already he's got me. It's like, he goes, wow, if you didn't, do this, that, the other thing. I'm like, oh my God, he brought something up from 1920. Like, it's just funny, and they don't forget stuff. It's
Right.
It's very
the big
funny.
thing, too, is when you do those little references and whatever, and somebody
Right.
gets them, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
And Boston people are very funny.
Yeah.
Having self-confidence. I think sometimes that poor me syndrome, it gets old for me.
Poor pitiful me,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
Oh, woe is me.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, and believe me, I've done some of it, but I usually do that in the private. If I was going to do that, I would do it in the privacy of my own home. I wouldn't let anybody know.
No kidding. That's the way to do it. Yeah, exactly. Because after a while, it's boy or girl who cried wolf.
Oh, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a way to get attention. I don't think folks are that bad off. They just want the attention. Poor and little pat on the shoulder and.
Oh, can you believe it? I'm just.
Yeah.
Not popular.
There you go. Here's a lollipop at 5 cents. Get out of here.
I know. I'm going like, what are you talking about? I'm like, nobody picked me for any teams, for anything when I was in school. Why would they? I can't do anything. I can't hold the ball. I can't throw. Well, I can throw it. And I could hit you if I wanted to. But, I meant punch.
Yep.
But, there's stuff I couldn't do. I couldn't play softball. Why would anyone pick me for their team? It's terrible, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
And it's sad. I wanted to play.
Yeah. Actually, remember when we were kids growing up, the Osgood, that was the highlight of the school year? When we used to go to Harris,
field day.
Yeah, we used to go to Harris Park and play softball the last few weeks. It was just, it was a big deal. You left the school grounds and you went across the street.
We walked.
We went to a school that was probably about this, it was outgrown when we went there in the 70s.
Right.
When you tell people that we ate at our desks, there was no cafeteria.
Right.
And there was no
I forgot
park.
that.
Yeah, there was no park. Remember when we 4th or 5th grade?
It was concrete.
They brought in the calf, and you would go and get the hot lunch.
Oh, that made me sick.
Oh my God, those hot dogs were toxic. I used to get headaches. The only thing I would eat was the pizza.
That's hilarious.
On Fridays.
It made me gag.
Yeah.
The food made me gag. But, you can't bring in food like that in a neighborhood like ours.
No kidding.
It's all Italians.
No kidding.
I mean, everybody's mother was frying meatballs.
Right, yeah. And then you get this beautiful cold cut sandwich from home on scally bread.
Right.
Oh my God, it was something. And then, they're feeding you, here's a hot dog.
Meat, even last night's meatloaf that was delicious, whatever. We had all that kind of stuff.
Well, you know what how they used to make the meatloaf there? Remember you had the old school pencil sharpeners?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they emptied it, they would make the meatloaf with the pencil shavings.
Oh, disgusting.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
but
it's so funny. We didn't have we had concrete and we'd play dodgeball and whatever. But then, towards the end of the school year, May, June, we'd go across the street to the park.
I know, that was nice.
Yeah.
When we walked to school, I mean, that was nice. I mean, when you think about it, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So it's not like today. But it says here in this article that I got about places to live that are the best places to live, like St. Louis Obispo, California, Boulder, Colorado, Portland, Oregon. There's places like in Costa Rica.
Okay, wait a minute.
That's what
Boulder.
I know that's what it's saying.
Legal marijuana.
Yeah, there you go.
Portland, Oregon, legal marijuana. So
it says Costa Rica, Denmark, and Singapore get it right for places to live. It's like Costa Rica, the climate is spring-like all year. They get free. These places get free health care, free education, free college, and some of the places actually help them to get jobs and and all of that. So, but the biggest thing is, which I thought was important, the happiest places are highly correlated with healthy food, walkability, and lower rates of obesity.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Guess what we're going to do? We're going to end.
Going to voicemail, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
No, actually, that's what you call.
Hello, how are you? My name is Jennifer.
Oh my gosh. Oops, I think we're disconnected.
I think we disconnected.
We're disconnected. We'll be back.
Give us 1 second.
So let me just tell him to do station ID.
Play the Jeopardy theme. Or have the picture of the
yeah, there we go.
of the dog with the wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're back.
There. Can you do the? We're gonna pause for station
I did the
identification.
top of the hour, and I just played a commercial. So
Oh, okay, we're good. We're back. Yay! Thank you,
Okay.
Sky. All right,
Thank
so
you.
we're good to go. All right, so listen. I want to talk. We had a question. I have this friend in. Okay. Are we on? What are we doing?
Is it playing commercial now?
It must be a commercial.
Well, we're going to commercial.
We're in commercial.
But not on
But
Facebook
not on
Live.
Facebook. So
There are no
okay.
commercials.
So let me say hi.
Actually, this is Brought to you by Scotch. The Breakfast of Champions.
Hi, Janine. Hi, Lucian. Hi, Vinny. Hi, Dea. Hi, Tom. Hi, Bill. Hi, George. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Tony. Hi, Susan. Okay, I think we're back, right? Okay, we're back. All right, so there's somebody on Facebook, Vinny, who's watching us, who posts questions of the day.
Ah.
So, and it's always relationship driven. Some I'm not really crazy about the questions, you know, like they're a little nutso, but some of them are really good and thought provoking. And so this one I thought we could address it today.
We're addressing.
So, yeah, so this is basically how to ensure longevity in love. And this is dating advice for Second Lifers and the Just Steph rules of dating. All right. We have like bad connection. That's all right. Hopefully they can hear us all right.
Yes.
Facebook and Instagram, that's all that matters.
Exactly. Yeah, well, you know, it goes everywhere. There's
Right.
no boundaries.
No boundaries. I love that. I don't like boundaries. I don't. It's like the B word, boundaries and budget. All right. I don't like budget either. All right. So, okay. So what steps do you take? This was the question. What steps do you take with your partner to ensure your love lasts? I liked your answer earlier. You answered it.
Yeah.
Keep her happy.
Yeah, just keep who you know, just
Encourage her to be who they are.
Yeah, the other thing too is make sure you have interest too outside of the relationship, because if not, you're gonna drive each other up a tree. I know if my wife didn't have her things, that if she was to fixate on what I do,
Right.
you know, drive someone up a wall, and if the same thing, vice versa, I would, you know, drive her up a wall. So, you know, it's not all about, you know, you have to be here every night at 6 o'clock and cooking me dinner, blah blah blah. You just gotta have your outside interests,
Right.
And everybody comes back to the fold.
It's a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a partnership, and you're not in prison. Prison.
Right.
So, you know, I think that first of all, I think in order for it to last, it has to have a good foundation, like a
Right.
good beginning. So, I mean, you can't expect to get to that point until you're at that point. You know, where
Right.
you're like, okay, this is, you know, working for me. I love this, this, and this. And I think really there has to be more that you love about the person and enjoy than what doesn't serve you.
Right, exactly. And just don't pick on the negative, you know.
Right.
And if there is something that's bothering you, you have to have a conversation.
Right.
But you have to do it in a manner that it's not, you know, you're coming from a confrontational place. You have
Right.
to say, look, let's kind of take a time out here. Let's talk.
Right.
Let's talk through this. Remember when you said we were going to Mabel's for Thanksgiving? Is that your Aunt Mabel's? Well, I'm not comfortable with Aunt Mabel. She's a
Witch.
Yeah, she's a racist or something. I don't know. So you gotta have those conversations. You just
Right.
can't sit and let things fester.
Right.
You-
And that's hard because
you
you have to have courage.
Yeah, and you have to have respect for the other person too, as well. That they're gonna, you know, hear you.
Right.
So that's the other thing. It's more important to listen than to talk in a relationship.
Right. I mean, I have to say, you know, I've been here, you know, I'm at Eddie's up the street, and then he was so good. Like, he was punching holes in putting my workbooks together for last night. He was like helping me out with all the stuff. He's like, oh, do you need this? Do you need that? I can stop by the store and get you. He called me, he goes, I bought a hole puncher. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll pay for it for just Steph, you know. He's like, nah, I need it for my home office.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm like, yay, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, but it's a partnership where I feel like it's reciprocity.
Yeah.
It's reciprocal.
Correct.
Like I bring value to his life and he brings value to my life. And I think and it's always recognizing the value in the other person. But here's going back to what we talked about before. Unless you can know it about yourself, you can't know it about anybody else.
That's
Until you love yourself, really, nobody can really love you.
Right. You really got to have your stuff together before you can get into a relationship of a serious magnitude, or else you're no good to that other person.
Right, and I think
If you're not good to yourself.
that happened in, like, my marriage really, and maybe even, you know, friendships or whatever, they were a reflection of what was going on inside of me, which wasn't really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my marriage, and to his credit, he never changed. He was who he was from the day I met him. I changed because I became a better version of me.
Mm-hmm.
I actually lost me for a lot of years, like who I was. I lost my Boston edge. You know, my, you know, go, you know, whatever, yourself. And so, you know, I lost that sort of edge and became sort of mousy.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah.
You know, because I was in fear.
And
for
plus,
a long time.
You didn't have the home field advantage. You weren't home.
Oh, let me just tell you one thing.
But you made it.
It would
your
have
own.
never happened here. Never. There would have been a conversation. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there would have been a
Exactly.
conversation. Yeah, no, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Take you away from your people and
Right.
your support structure.
Right.
But geez, I think you could run for mayor of Atlanta right now and come away with
Yeah.
a good majority of the votes.
I'm not really interested in that. But that would be
But some
interesting.
sort of an ambassador. How's
yeah,
that?
maybe I could
a
do
goodwill
like, how about the
ambassador.
fun, you know,
Yeah.
or the fun, you know, the fun ambassador, or like, and I mean it not just in going out and drinking. I'm talking about really enjoying and embracing life, because I think it's going out and socializing is part of that,
Right.
but it's not the whole kit and caboodle. It's the meditating. It's being okay in your skin. It's aligning to your purpose. It's knowing who you are, appreciating the people around you. And this goes for relationships too. So when you're in a love relationship, appreciating yourself and your gifts, knowing what you bring to the table, then you attract those people in your life that come into your life that have value, that bring value to your life.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and until you can recognize yourself. So, Vinny, your question is a very good question. What steps do you take? I think, you know, respect, listening,
Yeah. Listening more than speaking.
loving yourself, loving, you know, loving.
And giving the space for the person to exist as who they are, as you want to get that space too.
Right, and I think too, that all that comes naturally when you align.
Yep.
When you're aligned in the it's not hard. It's very easy, you know, because you can say, like tonight, Eddie has his daughters, and he and I really haven't. Well, we were home on the snow day, but you know, I've been wanting to go out with him, but he's got his daughters, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go with Debbie and maybe go to Davio's
That's
or whatever.
wonderful. Very
you know?
good.
And I'm just going to do my... Or if I wanted to, I would stay home. I wouldn't even care.
Very good. Now, you know Steve DiFilippo, right?
I do.
Okay. I'll tell you, so I got to send a message to him after. I'll give it to you off the air if you can get it to him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because he's advertising for a certain program.
I heard about that.
And he has nothing on his menu that does it. So it's called Awaken 180.
Right.
And I did it, and I dropped 40 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm back to what I used to look like.
Nice.
And but the thing is, I haven't been to Davio's in a long time because he doesn't have anything on his menu that's awakenish. You got to get the 8 ounces of protein. You can't have like a 24-ounce T-bone on there.
Right.
So
you know, that's funny.
I measure everything now.
I wonder what his answer would be because to that. I know that, and you know what? I know Eddie told me that he was doing that program, and he's like, "Did he have to lose weight?" I go, "No." You know, he didn't have a weight issue. I mean,
yeah, I mean, he said that
but
he always had issues, and I've seen him on television, and you know whatnot.
He's skinny.
And
I
it's
don't know
like,
what he's saying.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know what he's talking about. He's skinny.
Yeah.
Again, because you see him on TV, he may look a little bigger because that's what TV does, but he's very lean. You know, he's like a skin, like to me, he's skinny. He runs all the time. So yeah, I don't know, but I didn't know he was doing that. But I think it's time for a little break. So take a risk, be vulnerable, share your heart and love always, and you know, ensure that your love lasts by loving yourself first, and then respecting yourself and your boundaries, their boundaries and yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, more Chris Ridgway. This one is for the birthday peeps. DJ Vanessa Hunley, happy birthday, girl. I love you. Billy Allen, happy birthday. I know it's your birthday. You said it on, you messaged me on Facebook. Do you think I forgot? And Sharon Hyland, happy birthday. And this one is, it's Now That We Found Love by Heavy D and the Boys for Gina Prentice. All right, kids. We'll be right back. All right, so let's say hi. Let's say. How is that, Vinny? All right? Hi, Ann. Hi, Katie. Oh, my sister. Hi, Natalie. Hey, Dia. Hi, Vince. How are you? Hi, Jeff. Jeff, are you, Jeff, you're listening from, UK, huh? Hi, Scott. Hey, Bill. Who else? Trisha. Michael DeRosa's watching.
Hey, no
Michael
way.
DeRosa,
That's a
hi.
name I haven't heard since the early '80s. God, you were close. Even when we were in high school, he went to Medford High for like the first half of freshman year, and we were buddies back then too. You know,
Where'd you
one of the
go?
kids we hung out with.
Where'd you go, Michael? I saw Lisa Tanasio last night. Can you believe that? Crazy. Wow. And so Vinny Costa said, I just posted another question of the day. Maybe I'll I'll develop another one from this live broadcast. Okay, funny, yeah. I hope you can. So funny.
Michael DeRosa, God,
That's
he was
crazy.
a nice kid. Nicest kid. Saying out myself, Kevin Brennan.
Right.
You know?
So, Michael, if you're still... Oh, what did he say? He goes, I'm here, LOL. I go, where are you? He goes, I'm here. So,
He's on the phone.
So, Michael, I went to Oi's one night with Eddie, and I walked downstairs, and I see my other friend from the North End, and I go to say hi to him, and there's Chris Ridgway, Sal Sakari, right?
Sal Poli.
Poli.
Sal Sakari's his cousin.
Oh, okay. Sal Poli and Kevin Brennan, right? And I'm like, oh my God, it's the Osgood Schoolboys. He says, I haven't seen you guys since high school. Probably me before that, because
Yeah,
I went to Pope
to
John. I went to St. Joe's and Pope John. So my father said, she's not going to the Roberts.
The Roberts to me is like ever see this show Oz on HBO?
Oh no.
It couldn't be that much different than prison.
Oh my God.
It seems like it was always cold, and you had kids out there smoking cigarettes and just kicking the dirt. You know?
Oh my God.
It was horrible. It was like
hilarious.
the worst
I think
2 years of my life.
I think my father was worried.
Oh
I don't know.
my
He was
God.
worried about me. So yeah, he sent me to St. Joe's. That's hilarious.
That was a great move. That place was heck.
All right, this guy said 2 minutes, but I don't know when he said that. So. Oh, it's 11:11.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
so. What else? Vinny Costa said, haha. I feel like you're still real Vinny. I do, and the funny thing is I have a cousin Vinny.
Oh,
Do you?
we all do.
You know what I mean?
Well, on my mother's side, it'd be like a second cousin.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Funny. Oh my God. Crazy. I love the Sicilian stuff. It cracks me up.
Yeah. So, so I was in Ortigia, which is in the Siracusa province.
Uh-huh.
That's where my family's from.
Right.
Loved it there.
You know, I love it.
Adored it.
Did you go to Shaka?
No, I didn't. I went to Noto. Oh, this is from the bar where Michael Corleone's
Oh, he's
wife. Yeah,
Right.
here's another
nice.
piece of it too.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love limoncello too.
By the way, this is my homemade limoncello.
I was wondering what that was. I thought it was Stoli Doli.
Limoncello.
That's funny. Oops, what do we got? I get Sky. 30 seconds.
I've become unpopular. I have no emails.
Oh my God, no emails. Oopsie. Somebody emailed Chris to make him feel better.
Oh, from
Oh my God. Oh, just start talking. Okay, we're back. And you know what's so funny, Sky? I'd have to sneeze. I'm going to hold, okay, no. I'm going to get through this. All right, so I'm back with Chris Ridgway. Thanks for letting me be
Oh,
here.
please, my pleasure.
I love it.
Anything to support you. You know
Oh,
that.
thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
I
that.
think what you do is wonderful.
Thank you.
I think who you become is amazing.
Thank you.
And I am, the one that, a lot of negativity on Facebook, but I think the best thing about it was us reconnecting after all these years.
Absolutely. I love Facebook.
Yeah.
I know that there's been some bad stuff and people say nasty things, but I love it because it's a way to keep, I love it.
It is. If you cut out, the negativity, it's like life itself. You cut out the negativity.
Right.
And you just, I hate when people somebody did something in our community group which really disturbed me was that there was a child with learning disabilities got his hair cut, and to the mother it was a big deal because he could never get a haircut. She said, I want to give a shout out. Somebody said something derogatory about the child and she had to take the picture down. What kind of a human would do that?
That's ridiculous.
It's a child, regardless if he had learning disabilities or not. It's a child.
What is wrong
What's
with people?
the matter with people?
People,
They grew up in caves?
I know. I know.
Seriously.
I think, you know what? I think cavemen would treat people better because they're just not even, they're not even smart enough to be, to be that mean.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just is what it is, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's unbelievable. You hear that all the time. It's funny. It happens in politics. I know that back when the Clintons were in the White House, they were making fun of Chelsea on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And she called them up.
Yeah, there was a Wayne's World episode, and Mike Myers had to apologize.
Well,
that.
you know what? It's a kid.
It's a kid.
Not her fault,
Yeah.
She had not parents, but, whatever. But whatever. I'm not saying, just saying. I don't want to get political, but, it's nobody's fault. It's no children's fault.
Yeah.
You can never blame the children for anything.
Do you know about, there's two sports radio stations. One is affiliated with you folks, Beasley Media, which is the Sports Hub, which is the better of the two. And then there's another one. And,
was that WEI where the guy made fun of
Yeah, I was going to say the name of the,
I don't care.
on a Beasley station. So,
yeah.
The guy made fun of Tom Brady's daughter, saying she sounded like a whiny little brat. It's like, it's a child. What are you, jealous because you're not Tom Brady's kid? It's a child. I mean, God, that was the ultimate stupidity. And then, of course, a week later, they ended up doing something really bad, and they were off the air for one day to go to sensitivity training. I never know, entire a radio station had to go on tape because the entire station had to go to sensitivity.
Oh my gosh,
training.
that's hilarious.
Well,
I think his daughter was saying something like, I want to play soccer or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And you know what? She doesn't care that he plays football.
Yeah.
She doesn't care that he's Tom Brady. That's just daddy.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't. It's your daddy. It's no big deal. It's just daddy.
Right. Right. And so, I was. It's funny because, and just to bring this up because I know you're so into the sports here. The other
Tom
day.
Brady picture autographed to me.
Oh come on! I'm stealing that. I'm not changing my name. I'm changing my name to Chris and stealing it. So that's to me. Oh my God, that's so funny. No, you know what it says? It says, Chris, tell Stephanie to call me.
I met him in 2001, in training camp when he was backing up Bledsoe.
Oh.
Talked to him for about 10 minutes.
Right.
And it's the funniest story. It was almost like a scene out of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Right.
So we're talking. So it's me, Kevin, and his future wife. And she had a football she went to camp. And she wanted Drew Bledsoe's autograph. And he walks by. And then I go, hey, Tom, how you doing? We're talking. And I go, Therese, let the kid sign your ball. And he's standing like, Therese, let the kid sign your ball. He's like,
yeah.
She's like, no. She goes, I don't. She's hiding it. She's like, I don't want some backup ruining my football.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So I'm like, well, it's convenient. Good luck this season.
That is so weird. Can you imagine what she knows that do you throw that up to her every once in a while? Yeah, you need to. Well, he was on some talk show the other night.
He's on Colbert and he's on Good Morning America.
But he was on a nighttime one, right?
Yeah, Stephen Colbert show.
Right, and the guys from here, the sports guys, I was watching them. They were analyzing. They were saying he was smiling too much.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It was too fake.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I mean, I think he always smiles. I know who you're talking about. It's actually a guy who you'll see a lot in Wakefield, Big Jim Murray.
Right.
And he was saying that he had experience in therapy where his therapist told him, always smile. And so he kind of related his experience of the to Tom and feeling like he was a hostage. And I was like, no, I think you're reading it a little bit too much. And he felt the
He
same
was
way.
saying, well, what he said was he was covering up for the problems with Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did you infer that from his smile?
Everybody is doing this right now. Belichick's getting hammered here. After the Super Bowl loss, after, the whole Malcolm Butler thing now.
Yeah, that was the guy they benched, right?
He's not retaining, certain players, and then
I know
as players are leaving.
Amendola.
I missed that guy already. He's one
I
of my
know.
favorites.
Well, I miss him. I was like, Tom's out, Danny's in. I was like, I like that guy. Now he's gone.
But the whole thing is that there's a lot going on. When Amendola left, Gronk sent out a text saying, "Be free, be free."
Oh.
So have fun, be free. I think exactly was what he
Right.
said. So
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. You think?
everybody's reading into it like it's a Sabruta film,
Well, you know what? Enjoy life.
Yeah.
How about enjoy what you're doing? Like you're free to go where you want to go.
I think these guys are a little frustrated right now because they lost, and you sacrifice a lot to be a Patriot. You don't you don't get to do some of the outside things that other players do because you want to be. They want you to be committed to your NFL experience 24/7, and you're not going to go and do goofy things like show up at wrestling, which Gronk has been doing, and he's been told not to, I guess. But
Why can't he go to a wrestling match?
because he jumps in the ring and
Oh, he's a nut.
yeah, because one of his friends is a professional wrestler, and he ends up being part of the show, and the Patriots do not want him putting his body at risk.
Right. Rightfully so, right?
Yeah, he's under contract. They're paying him, a gazillion dollars, and you want to protect your investment, especially a guy who has injury history, and he's
he's always hurt.
historically the best to play his position.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's funny. He jumps in the ring. That's hilarious. Well, I saw him on he was drinking the beer last year.
On the parade.
The parade. That was funny. Well, whatever. He's having a good time.
Yeah, he is. He's a kid.
enjoying
You gotta
life.
remember, these guys he's not even 30 yet. He's a kid.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, but how old's Danny Amendola? Because he's really kind of cute.
30, 31.
Oh, that's better.
Just tell people you're 30, 31. That's all.
I know. Oh,
I'm
yeah,
getting
I'm 35.
I'm getting so old, I changed my fake age.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh.
I went from born in 66 to 76, and I've been born, now I'm 86.
Yeah, I know. There you go. Funny. I know. That's crazy when someone tells you they were born like in 1990.
Yeah, they're an adult?
Yeah.
It's like, how the hell did that happen?
I know.
That's like 2 weeks ago.
It's crazy. Because, my son's 26.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest. He was born in 1992.
Yeah, my niece
He's
is
getting married.
27. Well, she will be 27, she's 26. She was
It's
born in
crazy.
91, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. So tell me a little bit about, what's been happening since Osgood School for you?
Well, let's see. There's 1979. We'll
Right.
start there.
No, I mean, so you obviously went to Medford High. Where did you go to college?
Yeah, I did. I went to many colleges.
Oh, you went to many.
So
Did you graduate? Or you just did your own thing?
No, I finished. But after high school, I was in a band. So the band took priority. I went to Bonefield
fun.
Hill for a little bit, and then I left, and then
Benny Haha.
we went on tour.
Where'd you go, Framingham?
No, actually, I went up and down the East Coast a little bit.
I'm just kidding.
We got label attention, so that
Nice.
was probably the worst thing that ever happened to me. It really was. And then when you start signing papers and this and that, it just changes your experience. We were way too young. So I stayed a musician. I still write. Thank you for playing one of my songs. I really appreciate that. Now I just don't want to do a band thing anymore. So, well, I just got as good as I could on as many instruments as I could.
Right, yeah.
So,
okay, so you're playing, so you just go, why don't you do some local gigs?
I don't want to put a band together.
No, just get a guitar and sing.
You know why? Because you're like a TV in the background. I did that before. and
you want people to see and participate.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of,
You don't want to be the piano music behind.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be the fish tank.
Right.
You're the aquarium. You're just there, a passing curiosity.
Right.
So yeah, I with the music, and then I went back to school. Got a degree in engineering.
Right.
And or network engineering, and so I got into the IT thing, which I thought was going to be was a hobby, and then from IT I moved into doing sales. So I do the technical part of the sales cycle, and it's a very good job, and there's not a lot of people doing it. So because there's not a lot of people doing it,
you make a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay.
You do pretty well.
That's nice. Well, it's tough for the people in Atlanta. I mean, you can imagine, the houses that we have in Atlanta for the cost is just ginormous. Like, my house, my townhouse is a 2,700 square foot house. It's probably half the cost of what you what you paid for your house.
I had an opportunity to move to Atlanta, and I think I was looking at a place at the time that was like $72,000. This was in the early 2000s too.
Right.
It wasn't like back in 1947.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can get a lot more now. The closer you are to the city, now they haven't. A lot of the condos are $1 million condo and stuff like that. There's, they're nice and stuff, and the houses are close to $1 million, are like 800 grand, right around the city but they're very cute bungalows.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I love bungalows.
They're adorable. They're just great. But you get a little bit out, and not far out, and you can get a great house. So like here in Boston, it's very difficult.
You have to go to Worcester to find something affordable now. It's
you
crazy.
go to Springfield, the 413 area code.
Yeah, they'll give you like $50. Here, take this house off our hands.
I know. But if you're here, I mean, you just don't get as much for your money. It's a lot hard. I think it's a harder life.
It's very competitive.
I tried to buy a house in Melrose, a 2-family for an investment.
Melrose is crazy.
Can I just tell you? I got outbid. I went 30 grand over asking price. And I got outbid by 7 people.
See, that's the thing.
I'm like,
there's a Melrose math. I forget what the equation was, because we were looking at a place in Melrose, too, before we bought here. And I'm happier we bought in Wakefield. I really like Wakefield a lot. And on our experience of being shut out, we was like, well, it's Melrose math. If something's going for X, you got to do X plus NN.
Right.
So what ended up happening was we looked. This came up. Liked it a lot. It was a little lower than a lot of things we were looking at.
Right.
And so our real estate agent was like, this woman either is aggressive and trying to get a lot of offers, or she doesn't know this area.
Right.
Turns out she was a friend of the people who were selling, and she didn't think what this market was. She was from Newton.
Right.
So she was thinking, it was a lot less, and we're like, oh my God. So we went I go, well, we got almost like $100,000 cushion between what we wanted, what our mortgage, what we're pre-approved at, to what this is.
Right.
We could go like right out of the chute, real hot.
Right. No kidding.
So we did. So we went, gave them an offer that was, a lot less than what we were willing to pay, and a lot more than they were asking, and we got the house.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was a stroke of luck, and I had a great realtor too.
I think that's what I think in that situation. I really believe that it's not luck in the sense of like luck. I think it's sort of where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, right.
It just works I feel that way. Like I really wanted to move back here. I wanted to take my son. It wasn't going to work out. His dad didn't want me to leave Atlanta. And I thought, you know what? This is the way it's supposed to work. I didn't even, my lawyer was shocked because usually I spent the whole 10 months screaming at her, of the divorce. And she goes, you're yelling. I go, you're yelling at me. I go, I'm not yelling at you.
That's how we talk.
I'm just yelling.
That's how we talk.
I'm just yelling. Tell that judge I'm going to slap her. Anyway, whatever. And so
that might be illegal.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. She was stupid. But anyway, the thing is when my lawyers, you know, I said, look, I go, because this is how I evolved. I've
Right.
evolved from when I was going through my divorce to now. I said, you know what? This is really in the best interest of everybody, my son included.
Yeah.
My son, most importantly, actually. And I'll just go for the summer. You know, I'll just do what I have to do. And she's like, exactly. She goes, she goes, I was worried. Yeah, I knew she was worried. She was probably so scared I was going to chop her head off. But I said, no, you know what? This is the way it's going to go.
Yep, that is.
And that's just kind of, and it works, and it works. I mean, do you know, I'm going to tell you how much my ticket was to come here when, and I'm going to just, when my ex-husband told me he was going to take Maddie this week for spring break to Costa Rica, I immediately got online.
Mm-hmm.
It's my round trip ticket on Delta, $125.
Really? Wow. That's excellent.
Nobody wants to come here in the winter.
Or they needed to get planes back.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
whatever.
'cause there's
But,
a hub in Atlanta, so you're lucky because Atlanta's a Delta hub.
right.
So you know, going
Right.
to Boston, they want to get the planes back there.
Right. And
Yeah.
so I spent $125 on Uber
Yeah,
in a
I
weekend.
know, huh?
You know what I
Too
mean?
true.
So why not? And so, and I know when I'm here for this length of time, I'm going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I've done. I've been working, so which I love, and I
Yeah,
love
that
this,
was
so.
great last night. Your success with your
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I had a blast, and it's very easy for me. Like I'm not. My sister goes, "Oh, you weren't even nervous." I go, "I'm not."
no. When you're prepared and it's what you do, you don't
Right.
get nervous.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast actually.
Yeah,
That's
people go, how do you do it? Don't you get nervous out there? Don't you get nervous there? No, it's what you do and what you're prepared for.
yeah.
You're prepared. You have contents and you're well seasoned. You don't
Right.
get nervous on things.
Right. And it's funny because I talked at Rare Disease Day at the Georgia State Capitol this year, and that's like,
That's wonderful.
thank you. And the funny thing is with that, it's talking about my life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so easy. I don't even need to do anything. I just get up there and start. You know, I talked about this before on the show. I don't know if you heard me say this, but when I introduced a film at Boston's first Rare Disease Film Festival back in October, and for the photo op, they wanted me to hold this big, giant styrofoam letters, you know, that were a sign, and it said #disorder.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm not holding that.
Yeah, that's a little.
What do you do when kids aren't smart in school? You just give them #stupid,
Yeah.
you know, #dumb.
So you put a label.
I go. So I mean, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I've been made fun of, left out, abandoned, mocked, ridiculed, you know, mistreated, you know, rejected, and you're gonna make me you want me to hold a sign that says #disorder? I said, you've lost your marbles. I go, you lost your marbles. I got right in my. I said to the guy, I go, #. No, this is what he said to me. He goes, well, isn't it a disorder, a genetic disorder? I went, #perfect. That's exactly what I said. I was like, I was so mad. I wanted to kick him. And you know, and then when I got up and spoke for a few minutes, at the end, I said #perfect. I ended, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good for you.
So yeah. Anyway,
that is the dumbest, most insensitive thing
I know.
I've ever heard.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, but I guess we kind of went off track. We were talking about you, and then it came about.
No.
It's always about me, I guess.
So, you know. No, I think we finished up. I got myself a nice little career. I've been very lucky in it. I've associated with some great people. So, you know, like I said, a lot happened, but, you know, I'm very happy for where I've ended up.
I know.
I'm a very
And
happy
you
person.
do some radios too here. Have you been doing it?
No, I'm not doing it anymore. It's just become too much work because our friends at the radio station, they changed their management because it's a college.
Right.
And they screwed up the schedule, so they now put the show on from at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday. I'm like, I cannot do that.
Right.
I have work. I'm too busy.
Right.
Like right now, Thursday's a slower day for me, but Tuesdays I'm nailed.
Right.
So I couldn't do it, and then maybe doing something like this outside the station. I just don't have the. I don't want to say don't have the energy. I just don't feel genuine doing it.
Right.
And if it's just to show up and talk, no. I mean, so I like what I'm doing now with you being a guest.
Right.
That this is fun. But I just didn't want to go through the motions. It wouldn't be fair for my co-host Paulie, and it wouldn't be fair for the listeners.
Right.
That doesn't mean I'll never do it again, but my artistic release right now is I'm just in the middle of my recording project.
Right.
I just have to do a vocal, and I'm done with another song, and I'll have that posted real soon.
Nice.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Yep. So right now I have about 4 or 5 on SoundCloud right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
So how can they find you? Chris Ridgway on SoundCloud?
It's really weird. Just Google Chris Ridgway SoundCloud. But the way I got the URL, there must have been another Chris Ridgway. It's HRISRID. There's no C in Chris.
Oh.
It's Chris Ridgway.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think if you go to SoundCloud and just Google, and of course I can share the link too with
Right.
Steph and
Right.
blast it out.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely. Put it on my stuff
Yeah.
on my
And
pages.
it's great that I'm not looking to be a rock star or anything. I really don't want to play live or anything. I get the itch every once in a while, but it's just that I can be artistic. With
I think
it.
we need to go do karaoke at the Lakeside Inn.
Sure, let's go.
They do it Wednesdays and Sundays.
They do?
Yes.
When
I
are
was
you
doing it
leaving?
I know I'm leaving Sunday, so we
All
gotta
right.
miss it. But next time,
All right, that
When
sounds
I
like
come
a plan.
back, yeah.
We're there.
yeah, we definitely have to do. I'll be here all summer, so we'll do it.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. But oh my God, I would love it. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break, and we come back. Living Atlanta, and this one is for Anthony D'Onofrio, Karen Cornell, and Cordula Rafalco. Thanks for liking my Just Steph page, and this is Fireball by Pitbull.
By Pitbull. First
Yes.
time Pitbull's been played in my home.
Yeah, and this is for the girls at Angela Michael's salon. Love you guys. So, there we go. Let's see who's here. Michael McDevitt, he's from Medford. You know the McDevitts? They're
He's not
young.
familiar.
They're young. They're my sister's age. Jim, Todd. Oh, Michael DeRosa says, I'll tell my sister Michelle in New Hampshire I saw you guys. Keep up the great work. Michelle was my friend.
Yes.
So, yeah, nice.
Michael, where do you live
joined.
now? That's the answers.
He said, saw you pop up on Facebook with Chris. Wow, you guys haven't changed. That's perfect.
I guess.
I guess. I haven't changed since I was 10.
Obviously, I haven't either.
Yeah, that's perfect. Hi, John Roonin.
I still love baseball.
And he's saying, Kevin Brennan, wow, memories. I'm watching. Oh, he's watching from Japan.
Wow.
What you doing there? What you talking about, Michael?
I mean, if you want sushi, there's Sakura down the street
Right, no
from us. That's
kidding.
good. No,
Jeez.
that's awesome. Congratulations.
That's nice. Japan.
Yeah.
Wow. What a little hibachi.
I love it. I know. I would love to go to Asia, but what's stopping me is me. I don't know if I want to do the flight.
I have like no interest to go over there. Is that terrible?
No, not at all.
I just want to go Europe. I just want to do Italy, Spain,
Yeah.
France.
Yeah.
I would do Greece.
I did Greece. Greece was nice.
I've never been. I've only been to Italy. I haven't been to the other places.
I've been to Germany. I love Germany. That was great. Germany is
I just love Italy so much.
the food isn't as good though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everything's
Yeah.
fried. It's like a fried cutlet and spetzel.
The Wiener Schnitzel,
Yeah. It's like
fried
it's like
veal.
pub food everywhere.
Oh my God.
But the beer it really is different. When you hear people go, "Oh, the beer's different in Germany," you go, "Well, how's the beer different?" It seriously is. It must be
It
the
tastes
water or whatever. It just tastes so much cleaner and fresher, and you don't get as like with it, like feel just weighed down.
Oh,
There's
it's
just
not so
something
heavy.
about it. Yeah.
Well, even there's so many things like even chocolates and stuff in Italy taste so much better than any chocolate you can get here.
Yeah.
I don't care if they import it; it tastes better there.
Yeah. Exactly. There's this gum. It's called day gum. You can only get it in Italy. They don't export it. It's like the best gum you'll ever have in your life.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you buy any and take it home?
Oh my God, I buy it by the cartons whenever I go.
That's hilarious.
Sounds like whenever I go, like I'm there every 2 weeks. I mean,
Right.
I've been there, I don't know, the past 10 years, maybe 5 times.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it.
But it's my plan to retire there. Is to
I love Sicily.
To live here and buy a place in Sicily. And live there during the winters. So go back and
I
forth.
love it.
I'm not going to go to live in Florida.
Right.
Nothing new in Florida. They have no good
I'm gonna
Italian
go to
restaurants.
Florida. I can go to when I can go to Sicily.
Yeah, exactly. Planes go there. Planes go there
Yeah.
too.
Absolutely. Can you get a direct flight to Palermo from here or Catania?
Catania, you can. When we went, because I'm a stupid football fan, I had to do it. So Patriots opened on Thursday night. We went the next day. And then I had to be back for the next Sunday game 10 days later.
Right.
So we had to fly through France, which was a mess. But so basically we went from here to Rome, Rome to Catania. Catania drove down to Sicily, but you can get direct flights.
Okay, so we're back. We're coming back here now. All right, so we're gonna get into living Atlanta for where to be this weekend. Okay, so all right, you wanted to know where to go this weekend. You've been waiting for living Atlanta. Okay, so remember, I say this every week, and I know every week there's probably some of you that are doing this. Don't drink and drive. Please, drink responsibly, drive responsibly, call
easy.
Uber, call
Exactly.
Lyft, call a cab, call a friend, leave your car at the valet and take a cab home or something. You can leave your car. They'll never give you your keys if you don't want them. So I think it's important, and I think we take Uber everywhere.
Yep.
I don't need. If I'm having 2 drinks, I Uber.
I Uber into Boston all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. That's what we did last week when I was here. I picked Jeff up in Melrose.
Uh-huh.
He lives in Melrose. I picked him up in Uber. Went.
And think about how much you're paying for parking.
Oh, the
in
parking
Boston?
in Boston is crazy.
You're paying as much.
You can't even get a spot.
Yeah.
That's if you can get a
Yeah.
spot.
I mean, you can get dropped off for less than it is to park.
Right.
The Ubers, especially on Hanover Street, are everywhere.
Right.
You waited probably less than a minute to get one going back.
Right. Absolutely. I agree. So Boston's great. You know, it's great. So what are you going to do this weekend?
Let's see. So tomorrow is Friday, so we'll go to our usual spot. We'll go to Cafe Italia here in Wakefield. So Saturday is St. Patrick's Day, and I hate to say this, I'm going to hide under my bed.
Yeah, I know. Did you?
It's not anti-Irish or anything like that. Please do not get me wrong on that. It's just the fact that there's too many amateurs out there.
Right.
And there's too much trouble, and I don't want to run into anything.
Right.
And, you know.
People in Boston will it could be a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what's so funny that you say that? I should have queued this up, Sky, about it's the part of the it's from The Sopranos when Christopher Moltisanti gets shot, and he wakes up and he said, "I was in hell," and they go, "How do you know you were in hell?" He goes, "Because every day was St. Patrick's Day, we were in the Irish bar, and every day was St. Patrick's Day, and the Irish guys were beating us at cards."
That one.
So I mean, he goes, "Oh, you weren't in hell. You were in purgatory." He goes, "Oh, I forgot about purgatory. How long do you think you got to stay there?" I mean, it was, "Gee, Polly, I forgot about purgatory." But I mean, that was one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Because really, if you're Italian, Sicilian, whatever, hell is being in an Irish bar on St. Patrick's Day.
Want to hear something really? This is funny. This was like 100 years ago. I was dating a girl, and she kept talking about, "I'm gonna make you a boiled dinner. I'm gonna make you a boiled dinner." I had to go home and make a sauce.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to get the taste out of my mouth.
Yeah. That's hilarious. My mother would make a boiled dinner and stuff. I'm like, I hate that stuff. It's disgusting. You know, my ex-husband's Irish. He didn't even like it. You know, he didn't like that stuff. But anyway, all right. So this is what I'm doing. Well, tomorrow night I'm actually going with friends to Cafe Italia too. It's a great little restaurant here in Wakefield that rivals our two.
Yeah, it's as good
It
as
rivals the North End restaurants. It really does.
Yeah.
And they're out of East Boston. They all know Eddie.
Yeah,
East
right.
Boston wants So, yeah, it's crazy.
The other thing, too, is that it's family. The front of the house is run by the son, and the back of the house, the chef, is run by the father, and the father cooks everything. He doesn't have, like, people working under him. He's there all the time.
Right.
He's very hands-on. And
Right.
the other thing, too, is if you want something special and you go there enough, they'll make it for you.
Right.
They have the ingredients, and there's some really nice people who go there a lot, too.
I went there New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
It was nice. You know what? My favorite thing is the sausage with the Robbie and the
Oh,
cannellini
that's
beans.
my favorite.
You can't get Robbie anywhere in
Oh, my
Atlanta.
God.
You just can't. You can't get Robbie.
It's so funny you were there New Year's Eve because everyone, our friends Grace and Frank, had their corner table and whatever, and our other friends Sue and Jake, and everyone we knew was there. And usually we go away. We go to Newport just because it's easy to get around there. You don't have to drive just for that reason. But it was so cold. We were like in a gilded cage. We couldn't leave the hotel because it was so cold.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember how cold it was up here?
It was cold.
Yeah. And it was below freezing. It's like, well, we can't go out and walk around. Yeah, 30, 40 degrees. Yeah, 20 you can. But when it's negative 10,
Right.
So it was like,
It's Boston
it was fine and everything, but, it was like, okay, run to the car.
Yeah.
Run to the hotel.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's kind of a bummer.
Well, we ended up at Vinyl Groove at Kowloon
Very
afterwards,
nice.
so I love Vinyl Groove. They're going to be at, this is a little plug for anybody up here that's in the area. They're doing a fundraiser Saturday night at Montville Plaza with Vinyl Groove, and it's for the Medford Kiwanis.
Oh, very nice.
So if anybody's watching from around here, if you want, I think you can get, I don't know how you can get tickets, but Andrea Bates was pushing the event last night at my
Yeah, it's very nice that you saw her too.
So yeah, it
Another
was lovely.
class of '84.
I know. So I'm going to be at Cafe Italia tomorrow night with friends, and hopefully we'll see you guys there.
Sure.
And then Saturday we're supposed to go to Craft Table and Bar. It's a new place in East Boston.
I've heard of it, yeah.
But I'm not really sure. We haven't made up our mind. Sunday I go home, but I'm sure we'll probably end up in the North End. I don't leave till late at night, so I want to go to R2 or something.
very
I don't
good.
do something. So all right. So here's what's going on. Here's an announcement. Okay. In Sandy Springs, Hammocks Trading Company, every day they're doing fun stuff for happy hour. They have like half price raw oysters every day. Monday is half price wine. So you can get on their website. That's Hammocks Trading Company. So it's, and there's half price apps at the Davio's bar every weekday, and I think that's here too.
Really?
Yes. So you can
Very
go there
good.
and get your apps and some drinks at Davio's. I think I'm going to go there tonight. Right here in Linfield. I'm going to go to Davio's. Deb Bowman she's sort of taking a little siesta or break or sabbatical, whatever you want to call it, from Bread and Butterfly because she is playing Ursula at the in the Little Mermaid at Serenby Playhouse, and that's from March 28th till April 22nd. DJ Vanessa Hunley, whose birthday it is today, is doing musicology at 9 p.m. tonight in G's in Midtown, and always Wednesdays at Metro Cafe Diner downtown. Check her out at audioprism.net, and she has stuff going on for St. Patrick's Day as well. Every weekday, Holman and Finch has dollar oysters. This is all in Atlanta, so yeah, this is all what's going on.
I love the dollar oyster. I love raw shellfish.
That's it. Yeah, it is too. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So there's always music every night at Dixie Tavern, City Winery, Venkman's. Venkman's on Tuesday is Joe Granson Free Jazz Jam, and Wednesday they have Not So Annoying Trivia, whatever that means. And Smitzel Bar, 37 Main, and Mad Life Stage and Studios. Now tonight, it's first round March Madness at Huey Louie's in Sandy Springs. So they're watching the basketball game, and that's from
started now.
It's starting now. This starts right now. So if you're in Sandy Springs area and you want to start drinking and watching basketball, 12 noon till 10 p.m. at Huey Louie's.
And Steph and I are going to turn the TV on right now and get snookered over. You can't tell, but this is my bar.
Yeah, this is
here.
it.
No reason to go anywhere.
No kidding. It's Industry Night at Star Bar tonight, and it's at 37 Main in Beaufort from 7 to 10 tonight. Never mind, it's a Nirvana tribute. Live
nice.
Thursdays at Eclipse de Luna in Dunwoody, It's Thursday night at the Regent Cocktail Club from 8 to midnight, and the tunes will be spun by Grace Lamour. It's open mic jam at the Velvet Note in Alpharetta at 8 p.m. So bring your friends, if you want to sing, you can get up there and sing. Do you ever do that, an open mic?
I did. I used to workshop new music at a place in Salem.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then it's Churchill Grounds Jazz Jam from 8:30 to midnight at Apple House in Decatur on Claremont Road. Kings of Karaoke Thirsty Thursday at Wild Wings in Alpharetta. So if you want to do karaoke tonight, head out to Alpharetta if you're OTP. Okay, we're going to take another quick break. That would be funny. When we come back, more Living Atlanta, and this one goes out to my Boston birthdays. My niece, Liliana Acuna, Sean Butler, and Robin Valentine. Happy birthday, Peeps. And this is No Excuses by Meghan Trainor. And I just picked this because I thought it was fun. So, there we go.
Meghan Trainor from the Cape Cod. She's from the old Cape.
Is she from Cape Cod?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody was from Cape Cod.
That's funny.
Trisha, are you like me and have like 6,000 pairs of reading glasses?
Well, these are prescription.
So these are prescription, and these are just like drugstore readers.
So my friend Susan is in Belize. She's watching. Hi, Susan. How's Belize, baby? She's a court reporter, and she's doing depositions in Belize.
So maybe my old boss John McAfee is still in Belize. That's why I work for McAfee.
Oh,
and
really?
He got in trouble in Belize.
Oh, oopsie.
Yeah, they would know. That's like
Susan, don't get kidnapped. Or maybe you want to get kidnapped. I don't know. That could be fun. So, crazy. How's the weather? Hot. Let's see. Hot and crappy. Oh, you're so... Don't negative, Nelly. Go to the beach. Listen, we had a blizzard here. We got like 2 feet of snow. So, I don't want to hear any complaining about the heat, right?
I would love some melt all this. Get the.
Oh, they haven't left the complex. That's the problem. They're working. She's working. You're working, right? Working. She said hot and crappy again. Whatever. That's funny.
So this is nice. You have the longer show. You've got enough content to do.
I know, and you know what? I'm gonna start bringing on more than one guest a week, and then I'm gonna. We got 1 minute. We're going back, but I'm gonna start shortening the living Atlanta because it's just. Although it's fun, for people, but I don't even know how. I think the content is what's more important.
Yeah.
Okay, 30 seconds. Start talking. Okay. Well, we're talking anyway. We haven't stopped. So.
Yeah, we just sat and we did this during breaks. We just turned our back to each other.
We have nothing to say.
Just kind of staring at the wall.
I know. Jeepers, crazy. All right, so we're back. All right, so we're going to go quick because we're running low on time, which I knew we were, which is probably better because it's more, more interesting.
Instead of, sitting there going,
I know, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. All right, so.
What do you think about fresh air?
So Friday at Hammocks, they're having a St. Patrick's Day special. They have corned beef and cabbage. Right. Friday night flight at St. Patty's Day at Avalon from 5 to 11. From 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. St. Patrick's Green Mile Party at Rira, Atlanta. And Saved by the Band is at Bankman's. They're very good. It's a very good 80s band.
Cool.
There's another band that plays there too, and it's called Members Only, and it's awesome. They're great. Friday Night Blues at Hobnob in Midtown. Yacht Rock Schooner is at Jimmy's Tequila and Carnes in Atlanta, and it's the Purple Experience at 37 Main in Buford. Now Saturday, of course, being St. Patrick's Day, it's on the big block. It's a block party at Fido. There's several. Fido is an Irish bar, and they have a couple of locations. So both their Midtown and Buckhead locations are having block parties, and they're starting at 8 a.m. on St. Patrick's Day, and it's a St. Patty's Day bash at Old Blind Dog Irish Pub in Milton. And so if you're OTP, which is outside the perimeter, it's like, it would be like 128. You must know from being in Atlanta.
Right.
So it's from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. It's Cakes and Eggs Pub Crawl Brunch Bash, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Join early risers in celebrating a St. Patrick's Day themed event in Virginia Highlands, Saturday, March 17th. And then you want to get your tickets on AtlantaBarCrawls.com.
That's really what I want to be, is full of beer at 11 a.m.
I know. I'm sorry. It's AtlantaBarTours.com. And it's the luckiest 2018 St. Patrick's Day party at Park Tavern. It's Huey O'Louie's instead of Huey Louie's. Get that. St. Patrick's Day party at Huey Louie's in Sandy Springs from 7 to 10. And a Sunday at 12:30, it's a bottomless mimosa brunch with drummer Nico Lembo at Venkman's. 7 p.m. is Laughing Skull Lounge presents the Best of Atlanta comedy at Red Light Cafe, which will be a lot of fun. Yacht Rock Unplugged is at Venkman's at 7 p.m. Venkman's is awesome. And 6 p.m. at Wild Wing Cafe in Dunwoody, it's a full house Hold'em poker tournament, which is a lot of fun. Johnny's Hideaway, their live music on Sunday is Band X. It's at 8:30 and a $5 cover. You know you love Band X. They're awesome. And there's an open mic competition at the Punchline Sunday night from 9 to 10:45. And that's all I've got for you, because there's lots of stuff going on. I think Atkins Park on Saturday has a big, in Smyrna, they have a big party for St. Patrick's Day. So there's lots of stuff going on. You can check out all the events on Facebook. You can check out my Living Atlanta page on my website. There's lots of stuff happening. So.
And if you're in Georgia, take a little ride up to Savannah where they have the big party. I went there once.
I'm actually going to Savannah in May with Eddie.
Love
he's
Savannah.
coming down. You know, he's going to get a chance to see. Like, when I come here, he doesn't have to take me to Vermont. I've been there. So when he comes down there, I can take him to places that, you know, I don't get to go to all the time, or I don't go to very often, or whatever. And, you know, so we're going to go to, last year we went to Nashville. This year,
really?
Yeah,
Wonderful. Great.
I love it. So this year
place.
we're going to go to Savannah
I
for the
love
weekend. So I'm excited. So next week I got Rusty Newport and maybe another special guest. I'm working on that. Rusty's going to be back. I miss Rusty terribly. We have a lot of fun. Will you come back? Will you do some shows with me this summer?
I definitely will.
Yeah,
yes.
we'll do something. We'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I know we struggled to find content today. Oh, we were able to keep the people entertained. But
I know.
I think I'm more than happy to.
Yeah.
I think you do a wonderful job.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun.
Whatever you can do to support a friend,
Thank
more
you.
than happy.
And it's fun too, right?
Yeah, it is.
I love it. I love it. So
I like this show because you do all the hard work.
I just show. Yeah, you just have to show up.
I just showed up, put my
it's
feet
like
up.
having a dinner party. You know, you're the one. You just show up at the dinner. Here's the wine. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Yeah, here's
the
one.
phone.
Oh, wait a minute. It's half drunk.
Oh my.
Sorry. It's a long car ride.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All right, so listen. So Chris will be back. Have no fear.
I will be back.
You can check him out on SoundCloud. Chris Ridgway is doing his
just
originals.
Google my
Yeah.
name and you'll find.
Let him go viral, people. Please. Then maybe we'll follow you around. Then you'll go on tour. We'll see. He'll be like one of those recluses that pumps out all the music.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly. So, that's what I like. Just doing.
Yeah.
I like the writing and I like the production
Nice.
aspects of it more than having to go out and play it live. I just like I love the creative process of getting from what's in your head to actually having it.
Right.
It's tangible. Let's do it.
Well, I want to just say one thing also before we tune out. Next Thursday, I'm going to be speaking in Roswell at 6 p.m. All the information is going to be on Facebook, and I will be, speaking to a Boss Ladies on the Move networking situation there. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll be back up here speaking in April at my school. So it's exciting. So follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm everywhere. I'm on YouTube. I'm a podcast on iTunes. And that's it. So we'll see you again soon, right? All right, kids. See you next week. Know I love you all. Wishing you love, balance, and peace. Ciao, ciao, baby. Love you. All right.
Thanks for tuning in and getting ready.
Okay, there we go. All right, peeps.
You can catch me on all social media. Facebook,
All right, kids. That's all they keep talking. Who keeps talking? Blah blah blah. Oh, she's doing her depositions. They keep talking, and she's sick of them. All right, kids. I love you. Bye.